I'm Lauren with Pack Hacker, and in this video we're taking a detailed look at the ALPAKA Zip Card Pouch, which I've been testing for the last 2 weeks. Let's dive in. We're going to kick it off with the materials on this wallet. So I'm going to bring it up really close to the camera so you can get a nice detailed look at that. This is their AXOFlex 210D recycled ripstop nylon exterior, and then the inside is a high-vis orange, which you'll see in a second. That's also 210D ripstop nylon, that same AXOFlex material. So it feels really durable. You can see that ripstop pattern here. Over the course of 2 weeks of testing, I have no issues with like this getting all messed up or anything like that, which I didn't really anticipate because a wallet I'm not really throwing around too much, but that is going to hold up over time. And ALPAKA puts a lot of effort into their materials, so it's really great to see that they put that same effort into a small little wallet as well. So the design of this is pretty simple. We have a YKK zipper that does like a little, I don't know, I guess it's technically like a half zip, so that you can get a really nice look at the interior, which that is a little bit of a spoiler, so we're going to zip that back up. But this is a self-locking zipper, meaning that when it's in this position here, this won't pull open on its own. So if you do this, you can yank on the zipper and it opens. If you do this, it opens like if you put enough effort into it. But the whole point is that when it's locked in this position, that it's not just going to like kind of open on its own. These are a little bit chunky on the chunkier side in terms of zippers. Like the teeth do kind of get in my way when I'm accessing these pockets on the inside. So we're gonna take a look at the inside right now. In here I have 15 cards. They say that this holds 12 to 20 cards, or 12 to 20 plus cards. But the way that it's worded on their site at the moment, at the time of this review, makes it kind of seem like you can put 20 cards between these two pockets, which isn't necessarily the case. The pockets themselves are pretty tight. So in here I have some cash and some coins, and that's mostly where I put just like anything left over. You can put like a multi-tool or something in here if you wanted to. There is a good amount of space, and that wide zipper gives you really like decent access and visibility in here, especially with that liner. But if I wanted to pull these cards out, you can see my fingers are kind of hitting that like the teeth of that zipper, and it just makes it a little bit uncomfortable to pull things out quickly, just because no matter how I was grabbing stuff, I was always hitting those excuse me, those zipper teeth. So in this side here I have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and then in this side here I have 6 cards. So between the two of them, you do have a decent amount of card storage, and if you're carrying a minimalist wallet, chances are you don't carry that much every single day. But for me, when I first got this, with this bar tack stitching coming in on either side, it did feel a little bit restrictive. I almost wanted more accessibility of this pocket so that I could fit more cards in there. However, because it is the size of a card, if you only have one in there, that means that it's not going to fall out. You can see I can kind of throw this thing around, and even so, when it falls out, slips out of that pocket, it kind of hits those zipper teeth, and I'm not really ever doing that, so it wasn't that big of a deal. Then we also have a pocket on the outside here, which I used for cash at one point, but I also used it to either throw my ID in there if I needed quick access, or when I go grocery shopping, I pull out the card to pay, and then in order to just move on quickly through the line and kind of keep the ball rolling, I slip my card in here and then move it back to the inside of the wallet a little bit later. So you do have some decent functionality across the board with this thing. However, with the large storage capacity of this thing, you do start to sacrifice size a little bit. So with this, I was able to fit this in a pocket. I'm gonna stand up really quick so you can see. I could fit this in like one of my pockets in a front pocket, or I could fit it in a back pocket if I really wanted, but it's not the smallest of all of the wallets I've tested. There are ones that are smaller than this, so if you really want to go like a super minimalist look, then this isn't necessarily the case. However, with that, like the zippability of this, keeping all of your gear inside, that's really great. There's also this attachment on the back here that means that this is actually compatible with their hub accessories. So if you wanted to like attach this inside of your bag with a clip or something like that, you could definitely do that too. So you have a couple of different options of how to carry this, but in terms of actually like storing it in a pocket or maybe like a jacket pocket or something like that, it is a little bit on the bigger side. If you find this video helpful, hit subscribe so we can keep making content to help you travel smarter. Now, if we look at this wallet in comparison to a couple other zippered wallets that serve similar functionality, this is on kind of like the medium medium side, I guess is like the best way to put it. It is a little bit bigger than this one from Bellroy, but it's a little bit smaller than this one from Fjallraven. So the one from Fjallraven opens more like a book. But what I like about the one from Alpaca in comparison is that this opens, like, you have more protection, so your gear's not going to fall out, so you can store things in the center area. With this Fjallraven one, you technically could like lay something flat here, but once you open this, if you open it all the way, it's just going to fall right out, or it's at a higher risk of falling out. With this Fjallraven one as well, there is a little pocket for change or something like that. So that's pretty cool. There's also a slip pocket on the outside, so similar functionality to the Alpaca. And that's what the Alpaca and this Bellroy are missing, are like dedicated slots for coins. With this Bellroy, there's a higher pocket where you can put the coins in here, but they are a little bit harder to get out when they're in there. So the Fjallraven does that the best out of the three of these. And this Bellroy is a little bit smaller than the Alpaca, but you do have, in terms of like card storage, you have a pretty similar amount that you can store in here. So you do sacrifice size a little bit with Alpaca, but it is just as durable and functional as the others. So there you have it, the ALPAKA Zip Card Pouch. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel, and we'll see you in the next one.